Hello everyone. This is your stitcher friend from the Philippines. This is James the Page Stitcher, and welcome to Flosstube number 62. And this is my 2024 year-end WIP parade. It has been 3 years that I've started my channel, so this would be my fourth year of WIP parade. I started um, 2021, and for the past 3 years I was able to stitch some of my favorite um, cross stitch designs, and my preference when it comes to stitching has evolved. On the first 2 years I was into full coverage, and later on I discovered fancy ladies and Mirabilia came in, and then um, I also discovered that there is a Filipino designer who makes um, um, fancy ladies that are designed based on the culture and traditions, or inspired by the culture and traditions of the Philippines. And I was very happy to have these uh, patterns. It's like I uh, immersed on the the symbols, the tradition, the history of the Philippines as a Filipino. And then I also discovered Alforest embroidery, which is like a modern type of uh, uh, who creates modern designs. Uh, and then I think that's it. Aside from the designs that the stitch, I also evolved on the fabric that I used. So you will see it later based on the whips that I have, that I will show on this video. So if you are new here, if you're watching for the first time, this video is all about cross stitching, and uh, I think that's it. So let's start with my whip parade 2024. I think I have 60 plus whips, so maybe I'll be inserting a picture of the design of the yes, a picture of the design, and then some stats, and let's see how many whips I have. So this is uh not in chronological order. I just put it on a basket, and then this is basket number one. So I'll just open this one. So the first is a full coverage whip, and this is Princess Asleep. And this is the progress so far. This is stitched on a 16 count Ada fabric. I restarted this one twice, I guess, twice. And so far this is the progress. So stitching this one, it has many um, confetti stitches. But wow, when you finish all of the parts, so you will see how beautiful the pattern is, or the design is. So this is Princess Asleep. Next is another full coverage, and this is Beachcomber's Bounty. And so far this is the progress. I've started at the leftmost part of the rightmost part of the design, and this is stitched on a 16 count Ada fabric, and I uh, restarted this one. It's supposed to be this is one of of my first full coverage whips. So far this is the progress. I'll just post the stats. Okay. Next is another Heaven Nerf design, and this is a full coverage. I was inspired to start this one because of the Jemima the Rocky Stitcher, and she already finished this one. It's a very big pattern, and this is just the progress that I have. And this is stitched on a 16 count Ada fabric, and this is Waterhole Master. Next is another full coverage project, and this is um, Bird Song, and this is from Tatiana Fedorova, and this is the no background version, and so far this is my progress. So this is stitched on 16 count Ada fabric. Next is another full coverage, and this is Michael Hayes from Michael Hayes. This is still from Heaven and Earth Design, and this is Awakening. And this is so far the progress of Awakening. This is still stitched on a 16 count Ada fabric. Next is the Owl Forest embroidery, and this is the black vintage sampler. This is stitched on an 18 count Ada fabric, and this is so far the progress of my black vintage sampler, and I use the 3799 on this one, which is the recommended thread, but I think it has a specific, no, I think this is the recommended thread 3799. So far this is the progress of the black vintage. Next is another full coverage, and I think this is one of my new start this year, and I think this is the River Charm. And so far this is my progress, or yes, I think so. This is stitched on a 14 count Ada fabric, and this is a mini version of this chart. Next is a full coverage project, and this is Midi Deer Creek from um, Donna Galsinger, and this is stitched on a 16 count Ada fabric, and this is so far my progress. I have been able to stitch this one this year, and so far I'm almost there at the right part of the pattern. So far this is the progress of Mini Deer Creek. Next is a Mirabilia, and this is the Christmas Queen or the Royal Holiday. I haven't stitched just one this year, but so far this is the progress. This is stitched on a 16 count Ada fabric, and so far this is the progress. There you go. Next is in Mirabilia, and this is Summer Queen. This is also stitched on a 16 count Ada fabric, and so far this is the progress of the Summer Queen. This is stitched on a 16 count. Nora Corbett, and this is my first whip of Nora Corbett, and this is Geranium. And this is stitched on a 16 count um, fabric, and so far this is the progress of Geranium. Next is a Bella Filipina, and this is the Daughters of Estuary. And on this time I tried to dye my own fabric, and this is one of the fabric that I've done, and so far this is the progress. So just first mermaid, this is stitched on a 14 count Ada fabric, and I decided to use 14 count because most of the Bella Filipino are heavily beaded, and I just wanted to not be stressed on how to fit all of the beads, because sometimes when I use a 16 count, uh, there's a probability that you need to adjust your beading. Next is a Mirabilia, and this is Lady of the Mist. And this is stitched on a French latte Richelt fabric, and so far this is the progress. The fabric is quite soft, so I have a difficulty to stitch, and my plan for this one is to restart on a 14 count Ada fabric. The color would be cream, which is a bit similar on this fabric, but so far this is the progress of Lady of the Mist. This is one of my favorite Mirabilia patterns, although it's quite big, but love the design of this one. My first pattern that I have made, and this is cross stitch tools. So if you are interested to buy this pattern, all you have to do is message me. The contact details are on the description. So this is the cross stitch tools. I already have 3 patterns out, but this is my first one. So um, you have the option to change the designs or your preferred uh, design or preferred uh, motif that you want to include. So that's how you will enjoy this pattern. So far, this is the progress. I haven't stitched this one this year. So this is stitched on an 18 count Ada fabric. So there is no recommended fabric, um, just um, just your choice. So this is cross stitch piece. Next is one of my oldest WIP, and this is from DMC Philippines, DMC Inspiration, and this is the Harvest Moon. This is stitched on an 18 count black fabric, and so far this is the progress. So I haven't stitched this one for years. So this is the progress. Another DMC inspiration, and this is one of my first um, pattern, and this is the bouquet of flowers. And so far this is the progress. This is stitched on 18 count Ada fabric. So not much. This is 16 count. Yes, 16 count. So still haven't finished this one. It's been 3 years. Next is a full coverage, and this is one of my new starts this year, and I think this is the Victorian Garden. This is stitched on a 14 count Ada fabric, and so far this is the progress. And last from the bin or the basket, and this is from Alvarez Embroidery, and this is the Alice in Wonderland, and this is a Sal, and so far this is the progress of Alice in Wonderland. Is this Alice in Wonderland? Yes, right. So this is stitched on an 18 count Ada fabric. So I'll be going back for a second, and then I'll be showing you the whips of the second bin or basket. So let's go to the next bin, and the first one is one of the oldest whip, and this is a full coverage, and this is from charted by Heaven and Earth Design, and this is designed by Amy Stewart, and this is Bird Garden. And this is stitched on an 18 count Ada fabric. And so far this is the progress. It's quite big already. So I wanted to finish all the 10 rows, and I think I'm at the middle of the column, which is column number 350, I guess. So next is another full coverage, and this is a mini version, and this is the mini Colmart Street. This is one of my new full coverage start this year, and this is stitched on the 14 count Ada fabric, and so far this is the progress. So not quite many stitches over here, but somehow I think another new start, full coverage, and this is the Mediterranean harbor, and this is designed by Dominic Davison, which, as you can see here, this is my first full coverage finish, which is also from Dominic Davison, and this is BD um, Sunset in Venice. So during that time, it was still pandemic. That was 2021, and I was able to finish that one for I think 5 to 6 months, since I am working at home, so I have plenty of time stitching it, and I was able to finish it. And uh, during that time I only have a few weeks, so that's why I finished it in 5 months or 6 months. So, but this is the Mediterranean harbor, and this is stitched on a 14 count Aida fabric, and this is a regular chart, so it's quite big. So far this is the progress. Next is a Bella Filipina chart, and this is Maria Makiling. And this time I tried to use 32 count even weave, just to try how if I if it's good to stitch on this fabric count. And so far this is the progress. There you go. So I am stitching in hand. I will not use any hook or any scroll bar. So I tried to use square that one, but my hands uh, got sore, so that's why I only use my hand to stitch, not use any. So next is another Bella Filipina, and this is Azotea. And this is again on a 32 count. I don't know the name of the fabric, but this is an even weave. I already finished one Bella Filipina that I've stitched on a 32 count, and that was the Aquamarina, and I had difficulty on putting out the beads, because I for me it's confusing on where to put the beads because of the fabric count. So that's why I opted to choose 14 count fabric on my next Bella Filipina projects. This one is Magwayan, which is still on a 14 count or 32 count even weave, and this time it's quite sparkly. And so far this is the progress. Next is a Mirabilia, and this is one of my favorite mermaid, and this is the queen mermaid. And this is stitched on a 16 count Mediterranean wet shell fabric. And so far this is the progress. Okay, so that's the progress so far. Okay, that's the progress so far of the Queen Mermaid. This is the Spring Queen. And I think I need to finish her this 2025. And so far this is the progress. So sorry for the crease and folds. I haven't ironed this one, so but this is the progress so far. I think I'll be able to finish this one next year, so she will be my priority. This next is the Winter Queen. And this is one of my oldest Mirabilia. And again, sorry for the crease, but so far this is the progress.